7 years older than the UFC newcomer from Brazil, Taila Santos. Both 5 feet 6 inches tall, and a 1-inch reach advantage with the Italian. Here's Joe Martinez.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Next down tonight, 3 rounds. This in the UFC flyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a Muay Thai fighter standing 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in officially 125 pounds and 15 bouts. She is perfect with 15 victories and no defeats. Fighting out of Balneário Camboriú, Santa Catarina, Brazil, the undefeated Taila Santos. And across the cage, her opponent fighting out of the red corner. She's a grappler standing 5 feet 6 inches tall, also weighing in 125 pounds. Her professional record, 11 victories, 5 defeats, and 2 no contests. Fighting out of Coconut Creek, Florida, by way of Ponte del Olio, Italy. Here is Mara Romero Borella. And your referee in charge of the action, Camila Albuquerque.
First assignment of the night for Camila Albuquerque. And there's another Camila getting us started here in round 1. Mara Romero Borella taking on Taila Santos, and it's the Italian in the white shorts who is a minus 170 favorite. Taila Santos plus 145 as the UFC newcomer and the underdog in the gold.
Yeah, well, Taila Santos, as I said before, is 15-0. I was 15-0 once upon a time, but that was a long time ago. But let me tell you, when you are 15-0, you feel invincible because you've never tasted defeat. You've literally won every fight you've had. So confidence can be the best thing that a fighter can have, pardon me, but it'll also be detrimental.
As Laura told us, not short on experience. Sometimes you get fighters who are a little green making their UFC debut. Taila Santos, though, 15 fights, 15 victories. Did it with Dana White watching in the front row to earn her UFC contract last summer.
Santos got her up against the fence here. I'm assuming trying to work for a takedown of some sort. There it is, there it is. Got the body lock, forced her down to the ground. Immediately into mount, almost. Sorry, spoke too soon there, but here she is taking the back. Just like she did against Kalinja Ferreira. Got the body lock, took her down, and then took the back.
Now working on the choke with the right arm is Taila Santos.
Once again, the fence is a disadvantage for her here.
Borella back to her feet. Santos on the backpack.
Borella fighting the hands, doing the right thing. Pull that down. Switches to palm to palm.
Switches arm, and now the right arm sneaking under the chin there for a moment.
This is hard for Borella. She's standing up on her feet. She's holding the weight of another human being, and she's fighting a rear naked choke at the same time. She's going to run out of gas pretty quick if this carries on like this.
Well,
but she's doing really well. Good job. A little eye poke there, though.
All
nice
the talk
work
about leg kicks and knockouts for Santos and trying to put her submission skills to work there. Now it's Borella forcing the issue and trying to get this fight to the mat.
Yeah, that was really impressive to escape that position. Exact same takedown now for Borella. Just the tables have turned. Let's see if she can take advantage of this position. Santos got a little overzealous. She got a bit excited looking for the rear naked choke, and as you know, ultimately lost position. A lot of people, certainly when they're green, they make the mistake of they get overexcited when they're on top, and they want to be aggressive. They want to hit. But when you make space to throw the punches, you also give space for your opponent to get back to their feet.
Of her 4 submissions, Borella has 3 by armbar. Side control right now for the Italian.
Borella trying to put as much weight as possible on top of Santos here. He's got a good side control. Those elbows are nice.
Santos trying to buck off.
She gets the guard. She's going to swing the leg to the side and throw a punch.
Borella from the half guard will now try to go to work. 90 seconds to go first round.
Yeah, this is impressive work from Borella. The fact she's taking her down like this, she's controlling her on the floor and just smothering her on the floor, giving her no space to work. Now, of course, when you smother, you don't give yourself the space to land anything significant in terms of strike, but you can land elbows. And the elbows, you don't need a lot of force. A little tiny touch of the elbow cuts open the skin, and there we see her working them.
Pinning down the right arm was Borella. Now Santos able to defend a little better.
Borella needs to get the right underhook. She gets the right underhook, she can keep her control, and then the left arm can do the work. She's kind of half crucifixing her there, using the knee to control. Santos does a great job of getting guard back there. Possibly setting up a omoplata here.
So after the early flurry by Santos, more than half the round controlled by Borella. Under 30 seconds now.
Okay. Eddie Bravo somewhere is enjoying this.
Borella escaping back to her feet.
Nicely done.
Looking for some ground and pound on Santos. 10 seconds to go.
Swing the legs. Let the hands go.
A full 5 minutes at flyweight. Second round is coming up.
Senta aí. Senta aqui. Respira fundo.
Breathe deep.
Olha pra mim, olha pra mim.
Look at me.
Senta aí.
Sit down.
Aqui, ó. Pra esse acorde. Sabe o que tá acontecendo?
You know what's happening?
Tá tão fácil a luta.
The fight's so easy that you're comfortable. She
She
puts you against the cage and you're just there. You're just standing. When you put your back against the cage, you gotta push her off and put her against the cage. That's the only way she's gonna take you down.
Olha aqui. Vamos começar a bater nela?
Let's start hitting her.
Você? Então enche o tanque pra mim.
Breathe deep for me.
A luta tá ótima pra você, nego.
The fight is great for you.
Você só se soltar, bate nela, não fica
Just
de
hit
costa
her
na grade.
and don't stay on the cage.
Mete a porra. Ela vai vir com essa mãozinha de frouxa aí, ó, porra.
Back for the second round. Taila Santos set to go. Had the early submission attempt. Fought off by Mara Romero Borella, who then controlled most of the latter half of that first round. Round two, here we go.
Yeah, and the advice in the corner from Santos is just hit her. If only it was that easy. I'm sure that was lost in translation a little bit. I'm sure he said more than that. But look at this, Borella straight away. She knows what she had success with in the first round. She's trying to replicate that. Gets the body lock, forces up against the fence. And it was a nice display of strength there. She got the body lock and then tripped her down to the floor. Probably going to try. Oh, very nice, very nice.
Stalemate for the moment as Santos keeps the left leg raised as Borella plots her next move. Heavy advantage in total strikes.
You can see that Borella is very well trained. She's making a lot of right tactical maneuvers, and that's no surprise. Trains at American Top Team, as I said before, some of the best coaches in the world, and just a wealth of talent to train with. If you're going in there every day, rolling with black belts, training with world-class fighters, it just raises your game, you know, because you either got to get better or get beat up.
Right.
And nobody wants to get beat up on a daily basis, so you get better.
Santos reverses position. It's Borella's back to the fence. Santos firing from some knees, but appears to not want to separate and fight at distance at the moment.
Yeah, the majority of the fight has played out in this position or on the floor. I'm surprised that Santos doesn't try to disengage. I've seen great striking from her in the past. I mean, the low kicks that Laura talked about, the jab that I mentioned, I mean, that was really impressive, and she has great footwork. And, of course, the crowd getting a little restless right now as well. Nice knee, though. That landed in the sweet spot.
Another knee to the body from Santos.
Santos using good head position as well. And what I mean by that, for people that don't know, or she's lost it now, you take your head and you drive it into your opponent's face, and it gives you more control. So when you hear head position, that's what they're talking about.
Borella trying to escape to her left. Couldn't do it for the moment as Santos keeps the body lock. Now Borella reverses position. She'll take control. Under 2 minutes to go in the second round.
You know, I'm surprised the referee hasn't broken them up, to be honest. You got to give them a chance to work. Of course, I get that, but the majority of the round has been in this position, and we haven't really seen any progression. It's almost, as I said, that there was a takedown to make me look like a fool. But it wouldn't be the first time. Come on, ref. There you go. Thank you.
There's no warning required. Camila Albuquerque steps in and returns, well, not to center, but Borella right back to the clinch.
Straight back to it.
Now Santos a little more urgently trying to fight her off.
You know, for Borella, this is a smart move. As we said, Santos has very good striking, excellent footwork, you know, and in the first round she had a lot of success, Borella. She got her down on the floor, she controlled her on the floor, she landed some nice ground and pound, so it makes sense to go back to this position and try and replicate that. And very frustrating for Santos.
Now they separate. There's a kick from Santos. Borella trying right back for the clinch. Santos fights that off.
Yeah, it's clear what Borella wants. She wants this position.
Ten seconds to go in the second of three possible rounds. Borella continuing to stay in the clinch. We will have the third round after this.
Respira fundo.
Breathe deep.
Por que tá insistindo nesse jogo da grade, nega?
Why are you keeping
Olha aqui, ó.
this game on the cage?
Ela vai te ganhar só fazendo essa punheta de botar de costas na grade.
She's going to beat you like that, putting you up against the
Respira
cage.
fundo e me escuta.
Breathe deep and
Suas
listen.
costas bateu na grade, eu quero você esgrimando.
When your
metendo a mão na
back is
canela,
against the
qualquer coisa
cage,
saindo dali.
get out of there.
Girou, eu não quero você clinchando e ficando
I don't
na
want
porra
you
da
to
grade.
clinch.
Eu quero você dando passo pra trás,
I want you to step
metendo a
back
mão na cara dela.
and hit her in the face.
Ela tá cagada de medo, tá vendo não? Que ela tá com medo de você?
She's scared. Can't you tell she's
Outra coisa,
scared?
tu tá saindo, aí tu tá ficando de costas pra grade.
When you
Saiu,
move out,
ganha o centro.
Get to the center.
Ela tem que andar pra trás, não é você.
She has to walk back, not you.
Não quero mais jogo de grade. Mete a
I
porrada
don't want you
nela.
against the cage.
Tá? Enche o tanque. 5 minutos
Breathe
só.
deep. 5 more minutes.
Tá morrendo de medo, nega.
Volta lá.
Ready to get back to action for round three at flyweight. Taila Santos in the gold.
Santos has got to do something different in this round. Clearly lost rounds 1 and 2. She's got to get on her bike, use circular movement. She can't go straight forward. Borella, look, see, there it is. Borella's intention is clear. She's going to steam forward, throwing shots to close the distance, and then she's going to get the clinch, push up against the fence, and work the takedowns. Santos here has got to get on the bike. 1-2 shots, move. Throw a combination, move. Circular movement, in and out. She can't be static.
Santos making her UFC debut in her home country. Taking on the veteran from Italy, Mara Romero Borella.
Nicely done there.
She fights off that clinch attempt and keeps things in the center. 15 pro wins for Santos, 10 by knockout.
Santos getting a chance now to let the hands do some talking. You see, though, Borella's trying to get on the inside. She's just waiting for the right time.
Fires the kick, but Borella hip to it and uses it to close the distance.
Yeah, Borella capitalized on that slip there. Nice stiff jab. And a right hook there to push her away. Now we see that Santos, she's getting a chance now to get some work done. She's letting her strikes do some talking. Borella, we know the game plan. We've seen it. It was successful in rounds 1 and 2. But if you can't get in the inside, and if you're getting a little tired, you know, the fatigue's starting to set in a little bit. Getting takedowns isn't easy. Trying to take someone down to the floor when they're resisting is extremely tiring. And I think that's why Borella isn't having success with the takedowns now, which is giving Santos a chance now to actually do some work, to actually turn this into a fight and turn it into a two-sided fight, because prior to this it was all Borella, but that was a nice right hand there that Santos landed, and now she's advancing. She feels the tide turning, and she's letting the hands go, and the crowd's coming alive.
Nice 1-2 from Taila Santos, less than 3 minutes to go. Trying to get the fight where she's comfortable in this third round.
I'd like to see Santos throw some head kicks. She's thrown a few low kicks and a lot of jabs and 1-2s. Mix it up, throw a head kick.
Santos continuing to stalk Borella. Look for her shots. There's a leg kick. Borella tries to close the distance, unable to do so.
And that was a poor decision to throw the leg kick there. She's behind on the scorecard. She needs to get a finish. And now she's got an opportunity. She's stopping the takedowns and she's landing shots. Against the fence, don't throw a leg kick. I mean, yeah, leg kicks hurt, but, you know, she ain't going to finish it with leg kicks. Throw some combinations to the face, work the body, maybe a knee, but this is where she wants her. Let it go. Don't get too close.
Santos in her office now with 2 minutes to work.
A lot of fighters get too excited in this position and they close the distance too much and they clinch. You've got to stay disciplined, and Santos is doing a great job of doing that.
Borella circles back to the middle. Santos appears to have found the timing. Again, fights off the clinch from Borella.
Yeah, Borella knows that, you know, unfortunately, and I don't mean to sound mean, she's a little outmatched on the feet. Her path to victory is clear, but she's having no success with it in this round, and it might be a little too late for Santos, though, if she doesn't get the finish. That was a solid jab, kind of knocked the mouthpiece out momentarily.
Saw the significant strikes in the favor of Santos. Looking for the power right hand there. One minute to go in the third round.
Yeah, exactly. The pressure's on now. You can see the desperation on Borella. But I'd like to see some desperation from Santos. You've got to let it go now. Empty the tank. Give it everything you've got. You've got 45 seconds to try and win this fight. 30 seconds.
Santos continuing to advance. Calculated on where she fires her next shot. Bang, swing and a miss on the spin.
Yeah, she's trying. Now you just got to throw caution to the wind and let it swing. There you go. And go again. Nice shot.
Right hand
good
snaps
connection.
And
again. Let's go.
Final 10 seconds now. Borella circling to her left. Does Santos have a big shot to end it? It appears we'll go the full 15 minutes. Decision coming up. The official decision is in. Let's find out with Joe Martinez.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. 29-28 Santos, 29-28 Borella, and 29-28 for your winner by split decision, Mara Romero Borella.
So a win in her 3rd UFC appearance for Mara Romero.